Happy birthday, Gemini. Welcome, seekers. Sorry, had to blow the wind. Sometimes it's just what you gotta do. In the Mythic Tarot, the card that represents you, Page of Swords, beautiful energy. It's just in the tarot like that. Is seen blowing wind as he flies. Cardinal air pushes and pulls the air forward. Fixed air holds it. Mutable air, I think, births it. It's like you're the birth of the thought, you know? It comes from you, not by you, from you. Let's see what June has for. For you guys. Message for Geminis, please, for this coming month. Eight of Wands. Do it like you do it. Do it fast. Opportunity comes in, take it. Invitation comes in, go for it. Movement, travel, yes. It's going to happen fast, and it will be an opportunity to take. If you don't, it will just, the chariot will drive away. You'll miss the bus. It's just the nature of opportunities. Even when we think something will remain an option, Ten of Swords, you go into a river, you stand in a spot. You'll come back even an hour later, a day later, stand in the same spot. It will not be the same river. The water there has gone away. So this is an opportunity to end something, some cycle, some type of approach that you've had to yourself, to life. And it's going to be something that surface level is easygoing, fast moving, but what it actually is a deep release of an old pattern. It will symbolize something a lot greater than what it looks on the surface to be. Okay? Eight of Swords. So some of you will be having a hard time with taking it, with moving on, with moving forward. There's something that is holding you back. You don't want this ending. You don't want to leave this place, that person, the situation, even though there's this opportunity that invites you forward. The ending is dreadful to you, so you possibly choose to stay stuck. The swords here seem stronger than the wands, so it will take strength of character and resilience to make that choice. Honestly, it's not even a choice, because it's not like there's a dilemma presented in front of you. There's something coming that can move you forward, that you've created yourself, right? Remember in the beginning when I said that you're, blowing that air? You birth that thought, that air. It's something that you've propelled. simultaneously in parallel to being stuck, because you've known you've been stuck, right? You know you've been stuck. So your higher self, your spirit, your wiser aspects have been manifesting something to help pull you out of it. And here it is. Sorry, just leaves. Okay. Show us more, please. Oh, a lot more. Okay. Sorry, Spidey. Don't mean to intervene. Kind of already did, apparently. Ooh, big Spidey home right here. And the cards just fell right through it. Okay. Hierophant and Four of Wands. So this could have to do with a committed relationship, a home situation. Yeah. So there's a committed relationship and you feel stuck and you feel bound. It's a commitment that burdens you. Okay. It has all the attributes of being able to be good, but it doesn't feel good. And maybe you're stuck in the checklist of it, of what it should be, or what it has been, or what it could have been. And you're ignoring what it is. I pick up that for some of you, it's something that is in alignment with who you were, Jemmy, who you used to be, what used to be in alignment with you and used to fit, right? It's like your feet grew, but you're insisting on wearing the same size shoes. You grew. And from the force of a habit or inertia or because of fears and doubts, you hold on to that same size shoe and it hurts and your toes are starting to break and it's hard for you to walk and you get blisters and you're in pain and you're like, why am I in pain? These are my perfect shoes. They're not your perfect shoes. You need a new set of perfect shoes because your feet are bigger. That's just the analogy that came to mind. No, because the you're like, but Eight of Wands, Four of Wands, the Hierophant, Morgainne, it's amazing. Can't you see it's amazing? Oh, I can see. You know what else I can see? The Ten of Swords and the Eight of motherfucking Swords. You think they're just like chilling over here, not saying anything? Just randomly came out. Should ignore them. And we do have two eights and a four. It's karmic cycle, painful one that served its purpose. See, there are all kinds of ways. What the fuck are you looking at? I hate it when people like, okay, looking is natural, you know, just we walk around, we look at things, we look at people, we look at trees, cool. But it's like, why do you gotta do this? Do I really need to experience this? It's like walking around. It feels creepy. It's creepy. That's I was trying to convey the vibe. What was I saying before I got? There are all kinds of ways to read the cards. There is the amateur way that translates the cards the way the reader wants them to be translated and just selectively ignores what they want to ignore. And then there's reading them. Okay. I have an example that comes to mind. Okay, there's the word wart, right? Is it spelled W-A-R-T? So imagine reading, you have someone reads in front of them, sees W-A-R-T, and instead of reading wart, they read art. It's art. No, it's wart. Okay? Not art, but wart. Okay? Uh, if it's not spelled that way, W-A-R-T, imagine that it is, just for the sake of the example. Okay, show us more, please. Gemini. Seven of Wands. Look what happened. Eight of Wands came in. And then we started with the whole, but the shoe's perfect. And then blisters came. And no, they already were. There were already blisters and broken toes. But now it's like you can't even walk with it. It's like a struggle to walk. Before that, you could drag yourself. But now it's like a struggle. More than a struggle, actually. Every little thing feels like a battlefield, right? Every small argument feels like that it drains your life force. Every small disagreement, every little thing that they do, just it's unbearable. And yet you still wear the shoe. What do you want to happen? What do you need to happen? You need the shoe to break down? You want them to leave? You want them to fire you? You want them to kick you out? That way you're not the bad guy. A half of you will always be the bad guy, Gemini. Just just work with it. Who is he trying to impress? Like the birds? He's walking. He's doing his morning walk. Yelling on the phone. Yelling on the phone. It's like it's a business phone call. It's work. It's serious. It's important. That's why he has to yell. So the frogs will understand. People today are weird. Extra loud. Knight of Cups. Okay. So now, if that's what's going to happen, if you'll insist on those shoes and you'll, just ignore the new shoes, it will come painful and messy and combative with the old shoes. And then once you realize it, once it's unbearable, because you wouldn't hear it in the whisper, you had to hear it in the shout, then you need to circle back to those new shoes to see if it's still applicable. Is the opportunity still there? Is it too late to say yes? Devil. Right underneath the Eight of Swords. At this point, if you were to choose that narrative and go like that, that person or situation that has made you the offer or that opportunity will know by then what it is that you're stuck in, or what it is that your approach is to things that need to happen fast. So they might wonder, can I trust Gemini? Can I trust them with this, with myself? Can I trust them with this job? Can I trust them with, whatever the case may be? Because you made a stretch, right? You stretched it. And then they will be in a position to choose or reconsider. the Hangman, and the situation will go into this stagnant twilight zone where they need to think about it, and now they will keep you on hold. So if you're about to keep something or someone on hold over everything we spoke of, and then you'll realize you should not have done that, or possibly, try to change your mind. It is possible, but it won't be as easy. You won't be able to just go back to it. It will be sticky and lingering, and now they're in doubt. Two of Pentacles. They will keep you on hold for keeping them on hold. It won't be, it's not vindictive. The Hangman, it's not vindictive. It's contemplative and doubtful and thoughtful, because wait, I wanted to be with Gemini. I wanted to work with Gemini. I wanted to live with Gemini. I wanted to do this and that with Gemini. But then Gemini did all that and kind of put me to the side, right? That would be the cross watcher for you, or the person or the situation that you're dealing with mindset. I don't know that I can trust Gemini. Let's take a pause. Let's reconsider. Let's weigh the possibilities. Two of Swords and the Empress. So when you don't address certain things, either from childhood or mindset, things that you've been carrying with you, and instead of processing and releasing, you kind of, I don't know, suppress, just hope, not address it and kind of hope it will go away. And then you grow up and you become this really abundant, giving, beautiful person energy. But this will always create a hole at the bottom of the barrel, right? This is this abundant barrel full of like nourishing, clear water, okay? But there's a hole at the bottom of the barrel where this abundant constantly drips from. So you constantly create, but it's constantly depleted. It's because there's a hole in your energy from childhood or from trauma or from just whatever undealt with stuff that constantly eats up that beautiful, abundant energy of luck, of fortune, of success, of money, of love. Right? You create that air, right? You create this abundance. It's coming from you. You are very abundant. You're very creative. You're very good. You're very positive. But that thing that you refuse to look at within yourself or within your life that has been there. You tell yourself, what's the point? Why bring this up now? It's like, it's in the past. It's not in the past. It's still inside you. You've been carrying it. It happened in the past, but you've been carrying it, right? So it keeps making these little cuts on the inside that make you bleed out. You're gonna go be a mother, but you'll still be a wounded child that needs mothering. So it will always be like, and it won't allow you to see situations and things clearly, because you will always also think from that place of deprivation. So you'll see everything from a place of insight and wisdom and understanding and creativity. But the other twin in you, the other aspect in you, will also see them from a place of not really seeing them at all. Okay, so it will reflect back to you from the universe as, okay, here's this wonderful opportunity that you recognize as wonderful, or here's this wonderful person that you recognize as wonderful. But this part in you will deplete it and will also look at it as something maybe that you don't want to go into or touch, because because there's something within you don't want to go into and touch, and that will make you miss out on. Some of you have been missing out on a lot of good things because of this thing, because of this mechanism. So why don't we just avoid this entire narrative and go back to this and say yes and simultaneously work on this, or just let this play out. If you want to study tarot with me, check out Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. Link is below. It's on Vimeo. Also, I'll put a link right here. And stay magic, stay true. I love you very, very much.